One question, why are you going to touch J.C. Park? Give this money for $12 million and give it to the city employees.
As mentioned, they also receive city support staff without paying for it. I do see that our city employees must do the work to get this done.
When we finalized our current contract, it seemed like a good deal. No one could have predicted how drastically the economy would change and how badly inflation would be affecting our officers. Last year, our applications were down 23.6%. Cape Coral is estimated to have 400,000 citizens by 2030. That's less than 6 years away. 91% of potential applicants that were polled by the Professional Standards Bureau at the Academy and Recruitment Fair said they were not choosing CCPD because they could make significantly more money elsewhere. I'm not sure you all fully understand just how far behind our comps we've fallen. As of this coming October 1st, our officers rather will be between 16 and 19% behind. Our officers are frustrated, the morale is down, and they're stressed about trying to just make ends meet. But I think more than anything, they're disappointed that city leadership is not working with us to fix these issues. I urge you all to reconsider and do the right thing.
Our city employees who are frustrated. They're frustrated. We're bringing in laborers. On top of that, the frustration comes from the city making moves for non-bargaining. The city said, hey, non-bargaining based off the market deserves an extra 3% range adjustment. Okay, I get that. But how come bargaining isn't looked at to make the same range adjustments? So the frustration is building and building. I'm not just gonna come up here and not have solutions. So how do we fix this? How do we fix bringing laborers in at such a high rate? The true answer is to move everyone to their step based off years of service. If we can't do that, maybe a 3.25% range adjustment.
I am deeply troubled by the ongoing failures of our city's infrastructure. While residents suffer, some of you on the council enjoy hefty raises while essential city workers are underpaid and undervalued. Budget constraints are cited, yet raises for council members far exceed those for workers. It's unjust and shameful. Now dissent from the public is labeled as the enemy. It's time for accountability, transparency, and real leadership. We demand action to addressing our failing infrastructure and fairly compensate our hardworking city employees. Congratulations, you've awakened the sleeping bear. Expect to hear from me weekly exposing every injustice until accountability is achieved, even if that means exposing schemes like using taxpayer-funded workers for laying sod while on overtime for a vacant lot you're selling. I'm coming for you. Recall will never be so easy. Keep it up.
The reason that I don't live in the city of Cape Coral is I follow the 28% mortgage rule. The average home price in the city of Cape Coral is $480,000 currently. I would need to make approximately $61 an hour to afford the median priced home in the city of Cape Coral. We have employees here, they gave a 5% cut in pay. They went for years without an increase in their finances. I believe, Mayor, you said freedom isn't free, neither is labor, and neither is Cape Coral. I would like to ask that you bring up the living wage of all so we can afford to live in the city which we love and the city in which we work.
Thank you, sir. Please hold your applause.
And I work for the city, and I'm a veteran. The problem I have with most government agencies, they don't listen to their people, their employees. I used to be a business owner while I worked for the city. Can't afford, I have a hard time living here, and I've been here 49 years. I've got family. I don't think the city council are listening to their people or their employees. A lot of these people can't afford to live here. They can't afford to pay rent because you don't pay them enough. You have part-time employees that work full-time. They got a raise, and you took 3/4 of it to pay for insurance. That the inflation rate is too high, and you do nothing to help these poor people. When you see the food lines on Pine Island Road, some of them are your employees or your neighbors going in that food line. Okay? You need to think about what you're doing.